live recording this right now. It is Wednesday, November 5th. Dylan is here. Connor is here. I am here. We're back. College football week 11, NFL week 10. Ugh. We got our college football playoff rankings. We got a big week. Connor, hey, we're going to have a fun show, man. I just want to have a fun show, you know?
Yeah, everybody has fun. Participation trophies all around. Hope everybody has fun this weekend in college football.
Okay, all right. We're starting off out early.
No, for us on the show, all three of us. That's what I meant.
I thought that was just like the BYU. See, I'm ready. I got my fence.
You're already getting defensive.
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, let's get into it. Let's start off college football rankings.
Guys,
what
real
are
quick,
we talking about here? What?
Double-digit weeks in both NFL and college football.
Oh, my gosh. And you know what's crazy? So I have a wedding this weekend, free weekend.
Oh, so you won't be watching football. Okay, that's fine.
I have a buddy getting married. Listen, no, he watches. Here's what I'll say. The wedding starts at 3:30 on a Sunday. So I have a take that Sunday weddings during football might be worse than Saturday weddings because you're going to miss college football for the rehearsal dinner and the rehearsal.
Ugh.
So it's like double whammy. I'll be able to watch the day games. I'm going to be out for the night games on Saturday. Other than the dinner, we'll go somewhere and we'll have them up. But then Sunday, I'm missing NFL too. So can we start that?
Yes.
Sunday weddings in the fall are worse than Saturday weddings.
I actually agree with that, but I've never done a Sunday wedding in the fall. It's all been Saturdays or Fridays.
I never have either. But all that to be said, to your point, Connor, we're double-digit weeks. Thanksgiving, guys, we're going to blink, and Thanksgiving's going to be here. It's getting dark at 6 o'clock here in Ohio. We've fallen back already. It's crazy. Then we're going to be doing Christmas shows.
How many Thanksgivings have we been doing this show together now? 4 years?
2021 was probably the first. Yeah. 1, 2, maybe 5,
Fifth?
4 or 5. Next year will be 6 or 7. Let's go, boys. Everybody's tired. Karter was out gallivanting with college basketball. He said it wasn't going to affect football. He shows up. I'm so tired. Connor's down here sick.
No. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Meanwhile, Connor's coming in here like, guys, I don't feel so good. He's like freaking the kid in the Magic School Bus. And then I'm getting crapped on because, you know, I'm out here grinding, trying to provide for this family.
Connor, were you a part of a 24-hour college basketball stream that ended up being like 12 hours with how much it was down? Were you a part of that?
Okay.
Is that your excuse for being sick?
No.
All right.
That's not
what I heard.
You know what?
I didn't watch. That's just what I heard. That's what I heard.
All right. You know what I
talked
heard
about it on Barstool.
Better Collective stock is tanking.
It's not good right now.
You want to talk there? You want right now? We can go there.
It's rough. It's rough, but we're on the come up.
Yeah. Hey, and this episode by KarterKast is presented by Pickett Sports.
Covers.com.
Yeah.
Karter, do you have any comments? We're talking about college basketball. You're a college basketball guy. You gave me one pick. It lost. I made 2 picks. They both won. I'm retired for the year. Do you have any comment?
Yeah, I have a comment. That was a terrible pick. But the issue was we ended up on the same 2 picks afterwards. I just didn't give those picks. I got scared to give them to you. That's what
Great
you
minds.
texted me. Like, I love college basketball. I think it was St. Bonaventure money line and then the under.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I had the same ones, but I got cold feet after that first one.
They tried to give it away. That's what I have for Inside KarterKast Minute. I'm just saying, college basketball comes around. Karter, you said, oh, it won't affect anything, and you show up, bags under your eyes, and I got 3 hours of sleep.
I'm still here, aren't I?
School here.
I'm still here, aren't I? And guess
You're
what?
here.
I'm ready to roll.
You're here. We're all here.
If you weren't here in November, Dylan, don't show up in March.
Oh, the only sport that gatekeeps when people can watch their sport.
No.
Yeah. When have we ever said that about football?
If you're not watching the Corn Ferry Tour, you can't watch the Masters.
Yeah,
Not
if
right.
you're not here during FedEx Cup Fall, then don't watch during the PGA Championship.
I feel like the
And even football, we say appreciate the small games. You can't complain in July. We don't say, oh, if you don't watch preseason, you can't watch the Super Bowl. Shout out Bad Bunny.
Well, the WNBA tried to gatekeep all season with Caitlin stuff.
So you're
all the
comparing
new fans
CBB
coming
to
in.
WNBA.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Okay. I want that on record. Jack, note it. I want that on records. College basketball is the same as WNBA.
Not compensation-wise.
We're gonna the same.
Okay, we're just gonna do this now.
Oh no, it's probably more.
Right.
College basketball probably more.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carter.
All right. Well, hey, you guys can two
Back.
talk. I'll just sit here.
No, I'm done. That's all
I'm not
inside KarterKast I had. I had to get the juices
I
flowing.
said
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
mad. I'm not mad.
I believe you. I see it on your face. That's a happy face right there.
No, go hang out with your friends. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm not mad. Seriously.
Yeah, she goes to another school.
Let's do it. Let's get into the college football rankings. Dylan, you said you had some takes on this one. Connor and I are kind of lukewarm. I don't have any super harsh feelings about it. Maybe Georgia Tech, but I'll let you start.
So looking here, a hand up. Forgot that we were getting the first edition yesterday, or else I probably would have went live on TikTok or something. I'm looking at the top 25. The top is fine. You could make a semi-decent argument that Indiana and Ohio State could be flipped right now, but that's going to figure itself out. They're probably going to play each other. Although if Michigan beats Ohio State, look out. Texas A&M, fine. Alabama, I think this just goes to show you how little they care about a week one loss, especially if you have wins to back it up later in the season. No surprise there. Georgia's 5. I don't think they end up there. If you're a BYU fan, you got to be a little upset that you're behind Alabama, that you're behind Ole Miss. No? A little bit. It's all in front of you either way.
But we expect this.
Yeah, like, you knew you were getting dinged a little bit compared to the SEC, but, like, those teams have better wins.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, the order, you can't argue the order Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss because they beat each other. Alabama beat Georgia, Georgia beat Ole Miss, and that's the order they have to be in. So if you're BYU, I don't think 7's a bad spot for BYU. I think it's probably pretty accurate as of right now. Until this weekend, of course.
Oh, so this is tough for me because we're still talking about this with 3 or 4 weeks left. And I don't know everybody's schedule, but do they do this logic of Alabama ahead of Georgia, Georgia ahead of Ole Miss to make some sort of point that the head-to-head matchups matter, and then abandon that at the end of the regular season? And again, I don't know who these teams play, like Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss. Like they can't. Are they going to keep this hierarchy for the entirety of the playoff rankings, I guess would be my question. Or will there be games where they're like, oh, well, this win or loss outweighs the hierarchy that we have right now with these 3 teams?
I think if Alabama wins out and they beat LSU this weekend, they beat Oklahoma next weekend, and then they beat Auburn in the finale, I think they will be firmly ahead of Georgia and Ole Miss. Like, that won't change unless Alabama drops another game, if that's what you're saying.
Well, let's look at Ole Miss's schedule real quick. I'm going to pull it up. Because I'm talking specifically like if Ole Miss, let's say Georgia drops one. Georgia, who do they play this week?
Oh, Mississippi State.
Oh,
yeah, we made it. Yeah. So Ole Miss, and Ole Miss does not have a game to lose. Maybe Mississippi State, so I guess that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But like if Ole Miss wins out, Georgia loses one, it's almost like the head-to-head matters until it doesn't.
Head-to-head's probably the tiebreaker.
Okay, that's probably a good way to put it. The tiebreaker is probably a good way to put it. The one point I wanted to bring up that we talked about pre-show, are they positioning Utah to get in there with 2 losses and not a Big Ten championship? Yeah, I thought Utah at 13 was extremely high for a 2-loss Big 12 team.
The problem with that is, let's say BYU Texas Tech this weekend, regardless of the result, Texas Tech has to still be above Utah if BYU wins, and let's say Texas Tech wins, BYU still has to be above Utah at that point. Both of them are probably winning out with the rest of their schedules remaining.
Yep.
They're not putting in 3 Big 12 teams. And on top of that, we still got to put an ACC champ somewhere in this playoff. We also
Are you sure?
have a 5 team.
Are you sure they're going to put an ACC team in there? They're probably going to make an amendment to where they don't have to. Probably going to go to the room and meet and be like, let's just keep the ACC out this year. Let's make an amendment.
That would be awesome. I'm here.
I wouldn't be shocked. No, I think you're right. Utah, their schedule is Baylor, K-State, Kansas. They probably went out, but I think them being right, that close to the top 12 is probably just a formality because they're not getting in over BYU and they're not getting in over Texas Tech unless they lose multiple games.
But even then, if we think we've talked about Texas Tech's remaining schedule, we think they're going to lose to A&M the last week of the year. If they fall out, Oklahoma's got Alabama, Missouri, and LSU left. If they lose one, they're out. That almost seems like it's setting up Utah to slide right into that 11-12 spot.
But the problem is they're not putting 3 Big 12 teams in.
I understand that, but
you have to. But you can't say the 11-12 spot because that you still have to remember the group of 25 and the ACC team go in.
I would still okay. I get what you're saying. Oregon wins out. Okay,
Oregon
I guess
out.
you're right.
Notre Dame's probably winning out. They need Notre Dame to lose.
So I'm looking at the top 25 right here. This is a bit of an optical illusion because if I'm a Utah fan, I see this, I'm like, oh, we have a chance. There's no chance.
Really, you're 2 spots lower.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
You need BYU to lose 3 games to close the season, or Texas Tech to kind of lose out.
Gotcha. So
Neither of which I think happen.
Can't be 3 Big 12 teams.
No, there's no way.
There's no way. Okay. Notre Dame's going to be in. Have we come into? Okay, yeah.
What if Iowa wins this weekend?
That's true. That could throw a wrench into things.
Because if Iowa wins this weekend, is there any real argument that this 2-loss Oregon team should get in?
No,
Absolutely not.
no. But that's not going to happen, right? Come on, guys. Let's be real. Come on.
I don't think it's crazy.
Come on.
I think it's crazy.
Those were the only gripes I had. Michigan go blue 21. Our work is ahead of us. The more I watch Michigan football, I think we have no chance the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And then I just have to remind myself it's not worse than it was last year.
Go read the Ohio State message boards. They're concerned.
So I went on 11 Warriors because for work I saw we got a backlink from them, and they are obsessed with us. For a group of people that say we don't care about the Ohio State-Michigan game, all they talk about, number 1's Ohio State, number 2's Michigan. Justice Haynes' foot surgery got its own post. They posted about Justice Haynes' foot surgery on 11 Warriors. They can't say they don't care about us. That was crazy. Also, did you guys see what I sent where some Ohio State fan page was touting the win against Penn State, beat the preseason favorites to win the Big Ten by 3 touchdowns? Oh my gosh, that's like the South Carolina
thing. Doing. Yeah,
crazy.
Same thing we're doing the other week, where it's like, oh, Alabama beats 2016 number 4 ranked South Carolina or whatever.
That's what it was. It was a preseason number 12 ranked South Carolina, and then people were quote tweeting it like, blank beats number 5 2004 rated Boston College, something like that.
I do think it's interesting. So Notre Dame sits at 10. They're getting in, right?
They're in.
They're in.
Yeah.
Which are we okay with that? I mean, those losses are 2 good losses, I guess.
Good losses. I love the good loss talk.
I'm not going to advocate for Notre Dame, but I don't know.
I'm okay with it.
Mr. Catholic up there, Karter, he's got something to say about Notre Dame. He's the biggest Notre Dame lover I've ever seen.
I love Jeremiah Love. I love CJ Carr. I think Notre Dame's good. I think Notre Dame can win the national title.
If we go back to the Notre Dame preview, you didn't love CJ Carr.
No, I didn't. No, I said I didn't know CJ Carr.
How
can you love someone you don't know?
Oh my gosh, Jesus. No, Jesus knows us. Jesus knows.
I was about to say, that's the whole premise. Yeah, that was bad, Dylan.
That was bad on my part. Omniscient.
If I was running around the horn right now, you'd be a ding ding and a mute. How many times would Dylan get dinged and muted on around the horn?
We got to do our own version of that. We need to get like Justine to come on and be the point giver. Biased. We need to get
Brian can moderate.
Brian can moderate.
Yeah, Brian. We need Brian on the show.
Yeah,
yes, true.
We do.
Let's get Sarah Spain on too. How about that? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Who's that?
Exactly. Let's. Miami, Texas A&M, their losses, because that's the other thing you talked about, Dylan, is they're not dinging week 1 losses as much, but
isn't that part of the argument though? Like, it shouldn't matter when the losses occur. In theoretically, that shouldn't matter.
I 100% agree. It should be the totality of your resume.
But
if you
things can be weighted differently. It's like a quick
How
tests
so?
are weighted higher than participation grades. It's a weighted process. If you, especially in Alabama's case, you have Ty Simpson, first year starting, like cutting him some slack a little bit, figuring it out, and then you look great the rest of the year. Well, they set the precedent with Jordan Travis, so you can say no all you want, but that's the precedent they've set.
I know, but I'm saying I disagree with that. I think the games on the field should just matter, and that should be it.
See, and this is where we're going to have this. We're going to have this conversation like we have every year. You start with a blank slate, and the games add data points. It's a litmus test, and then from there you can assess a team's talent. Just because a team wins doesn't mean they're the better team. Duke, Illinois, Karter.
But I understand that, but that's stupid. The team who wins should get in it. The more deserving team is the team that wins.
Otherwise, what's the point of playing the games? Just look at the talent. We can do this every year. Just look at the talent and be like, hey, I think this team's the best, one of the best 10 teams. Let's put them in. Screw the record.
To add the data point. Then you have 12 data points for each team, and you can reassess from the beginning of the year to the end of the year how good the team actually is.
Well, guys, I think Tennessee's a better team than, I don't know. Let's say I think Tennessee's a better team than Oklahoma or Georgia Tech or somebody like that. Put them in, but they have 3 losses. You can't do it.
But we have data. We have data points that say, okay, Tennessee is not better. We've seen all the games they've played. They're not. Like looking at this, there's not really a good example.
You know what?
In my head.
Connor, I figured it out. This is what we should do.
Oh, no.
Tell them. Ring, ring.
Jeffrey Benson should be creating the college football playoff.
If it were up to
Circus Sportsbook.
If it were up to me, the top 12 power-rated teams would be in the playoffs.
Wilkerson ratings teams or?
I can't do Wilkerson ratings for college football. That's too many teams.
That's it. That means you just don't like watching football.
That means I don't have time to go through 136 teams.
No.
Not how many games that is.
Wanting the top 12 power-rated teams is not liking football.
Why?
It should be the games on the result should matter more than an arbitrary idea of this team's better, this team's not,
or a stat.
So let me get this right. You want the worst teams in the playoff. You don't want the best teams. You want the worst teams in the playoff.
Elitist Dylan Wilkerson over here. Don't give the little guy a chance. Keep the G5 so far away from the playoff.
No, if it were up to me, a G5 team that goes 12-0 and looks great, they're in.
Jill, let me paint a scenario here. If your local government came in and said, Dylan, we're going to build affordable housing right by your house, how would you?
Okay, all right, good start.
But that's how you feel. That's how you feel about the letting in G5 teams.
How did we get from G5 football to affordable housing?
Because you don't care about the little guy.
I think you're implying that there's something wrong with affordable housing.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. You talking about like it's a bad thing. Are we pro expensive homes over there, Karter?
That's the thing. I'm for affordable housing. I would be okay with it. Would you?
Is there something wrong with affordable housing though? You're posing it like it's a bad thing.
Some people.
So is there something inherently wrong with G5 teams getting in the playoffs? That's kind of what you're implying.
I'm not implying that. You would be. I like the G5 teams.
That's what you implied with the little scenario you gave me. Listen,
I'm not implying anything. I think the G5 teams should be in.
Here's the problem. You're viewing good teams and bad teams as Power 4 versus Group of 5. You can have good teams in Group of 5. You can have bad teams in Power 4. We see it every year. Like those aren't two mutually exclusive things. You're taking I want the best 12 teams as that means no G5, and that's not the case. They're good G5 teams.
I think it's fair. I mean, but the G5 teams this year stink.
Oh, that's true too. I can't help that.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just saying the games matter.
Getting in, you're like, ugh.
The games matter, but it is smooth-brained Neanderthalic to sit here and say, "Oh, me what wins losses." Like how the teams play also matters, and how they perform also matters.
Yeah, but I think that should be used in a tiebreaker scenario, like. Because I can kind of understand it when it's like an 11-1 versus 10-2, but like when there's a 2-loss disparity, I'm not for it.
So we let North Dakota State play? What's keeping them out? They're number 1 in FCS, 9-0, great record. Montana, what about them? You're so for the little guy. If the games matter, huh?
They can't play in this.
Well, maybe we should let them play.
I think I don't think Dylan realizes there's an FCS playoff.
No, let's get them in the FBS playoff. If they're, let's have a little relegation system. Let's send Kentucky down.
That would be awesome. Yes.
Mr. Soccer wants that.
Yeah.
Just saying. The games matter, but they're data points. We don't have to. It's not ones and zeros we're dealing with here. There's a lot of gray in the middle.
Last comment I had, Mr. Longhorn himself, Karter, Texas.
Ooh.
Thoughts?
Yeah, they want Texas in this college football playoff.
Bad.
They want them in bad, and I'm here for it. As a Texas truther, as a guy that said this, because look, your guys' national title picks, they're officially dead. Mine's still alive.
Yeah,
but I think we've done pretty well on everything outside of that, though. I mean, Houston.
We need Texas for the credibility of the show, though. We got to have at least one national title team make the playoffs that we.
I was going back the other day. I think it was Saturday. I was going back through our preseason predictions graphics or whatever. We did pretty good as a show for the most part.
Yeah.
The conference winners were tough. Pretty bad. It's like Connor has Texas Tech, and that's kind of about it.
Yeah. I had Clemson, I had Penn State. Oof.
Yep.
SEC was... I guess at Alabama.
Alabama.
So that's looking good. Yeah. Anyhow, all right. Also, in the relegation system, I'm okay if Boston College never plays Division I football again.
Yeah, let's send them down. Real quick to wrap up, 2 teams I saw the top 25 and I was like, huh? Iowa and Pittsburgh. I was like, what? Did I miss something? No, I'm not saying they're not deserving to be in the top 25, but those were 2 teams that I was surprised to see last night.
And you know what's another thing that's surprising? Iowa's been scoring a ton of points recently.
Well, let me.
Yeah, I don't think you realize they've put up some points recently.
Minnesota. Well, I do know for a fact Iowa, Minnesota, at least 21 of those are special teams. I do know that for a fact. 25.
I'm just saying
37's good. 37's good.
38
okay,
for now.
Right.
37. Yeah. No,
but it's not getting done through the air. That's a slight concern.
Oh, no, I'm not saying Iowa's good. I'm just saying it's weird seeing them put up points.
Yeah, Iowa and a 41 next to it. That's a new one. 41. That's a new, I think.
41. Oh, no. I have no comment on that one.
Yeah, no.
Iowa wins this week. They could go up 6-7 spots.
No.
Let's go, boys. Wake up, boys.
You're chasing your bets. You just
wait.
This drink is terrible, by the way. Anyhow, let's get into the games. Let's get into the game. BYU, Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a 10.5-point favorite, over under 52.5. Game is in Lubbock, noon Eastern kickoff. College game day is there. Connor, you've been Texas Tech all season. Guns up, Red Raiders. Yeah. You know, I'm a BYU fan. Dylan hates the entirety of anything related to BYU. Connor,
Jesus, love Jesus.
Shout out. Connor, I already know where you're going on this game, so just
ooh.
I didn't set an alarm this morning. I didn't wake up this morning to come on here and waver from my stance.
Set an alarm. I was about to say. I thought you were about to say.
No, set an alarm.
That alarm saved us. We weren't getting on this show.
Yeah, no, I was so amped up. I just woke up at 5:30. No, I didn't set an alarm to get up and come on this show to not play the hits. So I'm gonna play the hits. I think BYU. You know what, Karter? I want to start here, and this is not me patronizing anyone. I really don't want it to come off that way. I really don't.
Good start.
I think BYU's had a great season. I think Baird Bachmeier is a lot of fun to watch, and this is sincere. I think he is a real guy who, honest to God, like really never quits. Like he's got that dog in him, for lack of a better term. He's got a dog in him. I think this is a class up in competition level from what BYU has played this year. And first point I want to make, just look at the spread. 10.5? 10.5. What does that tell you guys? What's your gut reaction when you see double digits there on the road for BYU? I think it's You think it's deserved? Let me ask you guys that. Is it deserved?
Dylan.
Here's what I'll say before I answer that question. Connor, that was an all-time masterclass patting on the head. I loved it. I don't
want it to come off that way because I'm going to get attacked now.
You're over there petting Cosmo on the head. Good boy. Good season.
Well, BYU fans are already so defensive. Carter's already so defensive. He takes that negatively. I'm trying to give them an olive branch, a positive, before I absolutely crap on them the next 10 minutes.
So here's what I will say. You see 10.5. I think people forget. It'll be lost in the history books of KarterKast forever. The November 2nd, guess that line where I was completely correct. Text minus 10. People will forget. It's shocking. That feels large. What that tells me is that odds makers really do think there's a big difference between this Texas Tech team and this BYU team. Here's what I will say. BYU is going to lose. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't know if they lose by that much. That seems like too many points, in my opinion, especially looking at stats. Like, there's really no place where there's a super advantageous matchup. Maybe Texas Tech's defense, but BYU's offense, 43rd in EPA per pass, 27th EPA per rush. Texas Tech's defense is top tier, one of the top in the nation, but this isn't a BYU offense that is completely helpless. And you look at Texas Tech offense, their one weakness, rushing the ball, 118th in EPA per rush. They're going to have to get it done in the air. I just think it's going to be closer than the 10.5 indicates. Strength of schedule via PFF, pretty similar, so there's no huge discrepancies there. I think Texas Tech wins. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout like a 10-point spread suggests, though.
I think it will be. Guys, come on. And I'm not even trying to play the hits here, but BYU can't afford another slow start on the road. If you actually go back and look at some of these games, down 10 in the fourth quarter to Arizona, they win in double overtime on the road. Down 24-10 to Iowa State, they come back, end up winning. BYU trailed Colorado 14-0 before finally coming back to win that one on the road. And then even in the Holy War, they only had 10 first half points. It's slow starts, more specifically on the road. I don't think you can do that in Lubbock. I think this Texas Tech team is explosive. I think Baron Morton is going to take advantage of that BYU secondary, who, Karter, correct me if I'm wrong, is dealing with a few injuries, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've been reading. I don't think they can afford another slow start. I think Texas Tech will take full advantage of that. I think this is a double-digit win for the Red Raiders, and I'm not going to waver from my preseason Big 12 champion pick, Texas Tech, guns up. They've had some injuries. Baron Morton's been in and out of the lineup. This weekend, Texas Tech. It's all Texas Tech, and I'm sorry, BYU.
Yeah, good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, no, it's just, hey, BYU, it's just such patronizing, condescending talk from the Connor Sparrow camp over there.
But you knew. But I told you, Karter. I told you 3 weeks ago, I said, unless there is some kind of injury, I'm coming on here and picking Texas Tech by 1 million. I told you that.
All right. Should we go?
Yes.
Be honest here.
Let's
yeah,
go
right,
with
Connor.
go with that side first. You see it. I mean, you saw my reaction on the show when I saw the line, because I said I thought it'd be like 4.5, 5.5.
Yeah.
You see a 10.5 point spread. My mind immediately goes to, oh no, Cincinnati was a 10.5 point underdog against Utah. That was my immediate thought.
Yep.
But also, who has Baron Morton played this year?
Ooh, yes, the Karter playing the hits, the Karter playbook.
Baron Morton got bailed out by Will Hammond. Will Hammond saved him in that Utah game. Baron Morton was terrible when he played in that Utah game. Awful. 2 interceptions, couldn't move the ball at all. Meanwhile, Arizona, and then their best other opponent is probably Arizona State? And he didn't even play.
Houston has a top defense.
Yeah, Houston, 35-11. Houston's good.
Houston's a good
We
defense.
know what Houston is.
Good defense.
Now that
Houston defense is very good.
No, it's not. Now,
yes, it is.
If you're giving up 400 points to West Virginia, you stink.
I have a question for you. Is it possible for teams to score when they're not on offense? No, never mind.
You said the team has have a good defense. Houston stinks. We got our underrated pick there, and
we squeezed what we could out of them.
Yes, if we can get one more Houston win, that's going to look really good on the graphic at the end.
26th rated defense in college football. 26 on PFF. Very
It's
good.
not- you
Tech put up
don't know that
35
much.
on him. Just saying.
Yeah, the West Virginia also put 1,000 on them, and West Virginia stinks. Anyhow,
Playoff
besides
game.
the point. Who's Baron? Do you actually trust Baron Morton in a big spot? Because you know what? I've seen Bear Bachmeier do it in a big spot this season against Utah. What, Dylan?
Here's the problem, though. We bring up the big spots he's done it in, and you immediately discredit them.
What are the big spots?
Houston, I just told you.
Are you kidding me? We're talking about Houston as a big spot? That's not a big spot.
Carter, I just sat here and listed off 8,000 stats on why Houston's a
Not
good
one
defense.
not one person was going into that week going, "Are you ready for Texas Tech Houston?"
We were. What did the Connor? This was our Super Bowl.
That's
Super Bowl, yeah.
That's because we have a Houston Big 12 ticket. It's not like we actually believed they were going to win the Big 12. We were trying to push propaganda.
What I'm seeing is you're asking Baron Morton never played in a big spot. When has he played in a big spot? And we give you a big spot, and you're just like
30 years old. He's
Yeah,
played in big games.
Has he? Has he? Biggest game he probably the best game he's probably won is at Iowa State last season when they're running with their fourth string linebackers, 1-by-1, barely. Baron Morton is not a good quarterback, and that's going to get exposed on Saturday. BYU money line. BYU covers the number, no problem. BYU stays undefeated against Texas Tech. They're going to get pressure on Baron Morton. They're going to be like, I wish we had Will Hammond. I wish we had Will Hammond in this game. My biggest concern is, Connor, I think you nailed it. BYU slow starts on the road. That can't happen, especially, Dylan knows this. Dylan hates when I bring this up. Early kickoff time. That is a problem for BYU over the last 5 years. For some reason, I don't get it. Traveling on the road, you can't have the slow start. To be honest, even though he's a true freshman quarterback, I don't worry about Bear Bachmeier in this spot, to be honest. I don't think he's going to have nerves or anything like that. I think he's going to be able to perform in the spot. LJ Martin is back for this week. What was that?
Defense more of a concern than Bear Bachmeier is what I'm hearing.
Oh, wait! I thought this. Wait a second! Whoa, Connor! Week 3, we were talking this BYU defense is the number 1 defense in college football. They held ECU to 3 points.
13. Stanford to 3. That's a good Stanford team. You'll find out on Saturday against Carolina.
Carter,
tune in.
Carter, I want you to be honest. Do you actually believe this, or are you just wanting to take the other side? Do you actually believe this?
It's a bit.
I genuinely believe this. You don't genuinely believe Texas Tech's winning by 11 points. I know that for a fact.
Oh, I can promise you I believe that.
I know.
I can promise you I believe that.
Can I keep going, Dylan? Can I keep going before you say, oh, well, the big spot is Houston? It's not. It's not. Anyhow, Iowa State, BYU. The other big spot. The other problem I have with this. BYU's got to stop Williams and Dickey. That's it right there, because this BYU run defense has honestly been getting exposed a little bit as of recent. And Morton, if he just has to play game manager, that could be a problem. Dampier was able to get it done a little bit on the ground. These, end arounds in the Utah game. The ground game is the problem for this defense, to be honest. I'm actually not even necessarily worried about getting beat in the air in this game. And if this game relies on Baron Morton, I feel great about BYU. And that's the key in this one. And I actually think BYU gets it done. I think they're TCU 2.0. They're the 22 Horned Frogs. They're just going to keep be underdogs, keep getting picked against. Doesn't matter. They just keep winning games. Now, are they going to win the national title? No. But I think this BYU team's going to the college football playoff, and I think they're going undefeated.
Undefeated? Dylan.
Well,
Dylan.
What I would do,
we'll see in the Big 12 title game, but if they're going to finish, if they win this game, regular season's undefeated. They're not losing to Cincy or TCU.
What I would do to have the benefit of making a claim and then picking my own sample size, what I would kill for that. We also have to assume that BYU's a big game. Baron Morton hasn't performed in the big game. BYU's a big game.
Yeah, top 10 matchup.
Get him, Dylan.
I know you.
I mean, what are we doing here? They're 10-point favorites. This is a big matchup.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, man.
That's all I got.
It's okay. I love that Dylan just is so upset this year that he just doesn't want me to have good teams. And all my teams are good, except the Hornets.
I don't care if you have good teams.
Yeah, you do.
A little
You're
bit.
jealous. It's okay. It's okay.
No, I wouldn't say
Good.
jealous.
know what's
Michigan
funny-
BYU on a neutral field. Michigan's favored by what? A touchdown?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, being
Oh,
favored.
okay.
Guess what? Neutral
we're-
field. Hey. How about this? Utah. They can be favored by 3.5 in Provo. Let them have it. They can be favored. Who cares? Who won the game?
Again, smooth brain.
Who won the
thought process.
Who won the game? Who won the game, Dylan? Let me hear that.
BYU won the game.
Oh, okay. That's all that effing matters.
It really not when it comes to prognosticating, but that's a totally different. And if we're hindsight, yes, that's what matters. Wins and losses, that's what matters. But when we're assessing the talent of a team and if they're going to be favored against a team in the future, it's not all that matters.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's
I just told you.
what happens on Saturday.
I love
is
it.
what
I love it.
It's what happens on Saturday that matters.
Come on.
What quarterback do you trust more in this matchup?
You asked
Baron Morton.
Baron Morton, yes.
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
No.
You guys.
No.
You guys.
No, we're
you
not.
guys are You guys are watching a little too. He's putting up these garbage. He's putting up numbers against these garbage defenses. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing, Connor. What we don't know is he's getting $1,000 checks cut every time he talks nice about Bear Bachmeier too. Oh, Bear Bachmeier, he's Heisman. There you go. Give me my money. Tell him to bring me my money.
Once after this game, assuming BYU wins, the narrative, the Bear Bachmeier and Heisman narrative is getting pushed every single week on this show.
Yeah, sure it is.
I think.
I mean,
if
look at
BYU
the Heisman
wins
race.
if BYU wins this weekend, it's a 10.5-point dog at Texas Tech. I will be forced to eat my words for the rest of the year. Dylan, I think I'll have to support them if they beat Texas Tech this weekend.
I think BYU is your guys' TCU man because I couldn't pick TCU. I was picking against them every single week on this show. I was just wrong every single week, and that's going to be your guys' version of that. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. We've been there before. I get it. I get it. You'll come around.
I think you have a good point on the run defense, though. Jacoby Williams just had his best game of the year, 100-plus yards. Cameron Dickey's he's been mediocre this year on stat-wise, but he's a good running back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Williams is definitely the better back for Texas Tech.
He just gets a lot of carries.
LJ Martin is back this week, coming off an injury. LJ Martin is very, very injury prone. Let's see how much LJ Martin's being used in this game. Because also, it's the Haynes King thing of last year where it's like, dude, they're running like with Bear and LJ. Like, they're running so much. They're just getting banged up in a game. So, we'll see.
They're going to have to score BYU's going to have to score on the first couple possessions. They can't lay a goose egg in the first half and expect to win. I will say that because that's happened multiple times this year.
I think it's all about stopping the run. That's it. Because I think you can get Baron Morton to force some turnovers out of him.
I don't know.
BYU money line. Book it.
Noon kickoff. Texas Tech defense loved that against Utah. Loved the 11 a.m. kickoff against Utah.
Yeah, I told you that's one of my concerns in this game. I do like you can say it's against bad defenses. I would agree with that, but I do like how Bear Bachmeier has been getting it done in the air more as of recent.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think you got to be thrilled, Carter, to have this as a true freshman. He's going to be the face of the program the next few years. You got to love that.
Well, okay, never mind. I'll hold that one back.
It'll be the next 2 years, and then he'll go to the weird part is the third year because they got the number one kid in the country coming in 2 years after his mission. So we'll see.
He might have to sit for a year.
Not very loyal, huh? You're ready to just put out the old, in with the new.
Oh, whoa! What do you mean?
Just seems like what you have a guy that brought you so much success. By the way, success for BYU's 11-1, 10-2, and then new sexy freshman's in. Let's throw Bear to the side.
11-1 is awesome. What do you mean?
In the Big 12, that's like 8-4 in the SEC.
Oh yeah, hypothetical Dylan. That's cool. Yeah. Hey,
I also want to say as we wrap up on BYU Texas Tech, I don't know if you noticed my internet connection went out for a little bit. Our BYU fans are DDoSing me. They already know I'm talking crap about them, and they're DDoSing me at 8:30 in the morning, which is 6:30 wherever they're at. Get a life.
I think that's just an Ohio thing.
I have no clue what that is even supposed to mean.
You live in Ohio.
Carter gave him your IP address. Yeah. Recording.
I'm going to have to scramble my IP address, rotate my IP address.
Somebody's outside Dylan's room wiggling the router right now. They snuck in.
That's an Eagles fan from a few years ago. But anyhow,
Yeah.
let's do score predictions for this game. Connor first.
I'm not gonna do the Dylan. I genuinely believe this. I'm gonna go Texas Tech 38, BYU 23.
Yeah,
15-point win for the Red Raiders at home. Another BYU start.
I'll go Tech 17, BYU 10. I do think it'll be low scoring.
Give me BYU 24, Texas Tech 21.
That's not very confident.
I think the under. I like the under in this game.
I kind of like the over. I think both these teams are going to move the ball. I don't know. I'll probably be dead wrong on this game and not have people in my DMs again for a third straight week.
I hope so.
Good.
Dylan just he was like, BYU, they'll cover the spread. I think you guys are just scared of BYU fans.
Pro harassment? Is that what I'm hearing, Connor?
Not pro harassment, pro razzing.
It's razzing until it goes too far. It's razzing.
Dylan, do the thing.
It's not razzing.
Dylan, play the hits. Call BYU cute. That got people really fired up.
Cute story. Lucky against Utah. Lucky against Iowa State. Cute. Hey, now Connor, have we accounted for the fact that can Texas Tech kick a punt that rolls back and hits their own player in the foot? I think we have to adjust for that too. But then all of a sudden BYU's a serious contender, right? Cute.
Oh, I love it.
Love you, Cosmo. World's cutest mascot.
Contender for what?
World's luckiest team.
You said, well, then they would be at that point, right?
They're pretty
you
close.
Said BYU's a contender.
Yeah. All of a sudden they are because of that lucky. I mean, they're seventh in the playoff
but I'm
ranking.
saying,
of course, they're a contender.
For what? Are you
right
saying
now.
a contender for the national title?
Yes, they're seventh in the playoff rankings. They're a contender.
No.
Okay, all right. Oh, ye of little faith. There's a song about that, I think. Oh, come all ye faithful.
Prove me wrong.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Prove me wrong.
Ooh, did not like that. Did not like that one bit.
That was triggering.
Let's move on. A&M Mizzou. A&M a 6.5-point favorite. Over under 48.5. Mizzou. Game's in Columbia. Mizzou loses this, they're done. And they might already be done.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we can stop with the Missouri stuff. I think we're good. Hey, Missouri. We're
good.
We're good this year.
The issue is if they win this, if they win out, they're in the playoff, but they're not winning out. This team's not good enough. And
Bo Pribula out for the year.
Is that not the worst thing?
I would say that's pretty bad.
I don't know. We don't have to spend long at this game, guys. This might be our worst preview we've ever done.
Well,
don't clip this off individually. This doesn't deserve a
This is sad. I was pumped for this game. Even before the year when no one really thought Missouri was going to be that good. They didn't have a number next to their name. I was like, this is going to be a huge game, but
they might as well not have a number next to their game. That 22 is hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, and injury's been bad for Missouri. I think Texas A&M rolls. I think I got the wrong side of this. There must be someone out there that knows something I don't. But I took over 49.5, and it's at 48 now. I will keep harping on this. This Texas A&M defense on paper, 26th in pass defense. They're better on late downs. They're second and third down success allowed, but they somehow allow so many points for being such a statistically strong defense. I just went over, but apparently there's someone out there that disagrees with me on that. But I think Texas A&M wins. Bo Pribula, sad. Missouri, sad story. I wish it would have worked out for him, but I think this is probably the game where if it isn't already over, it's over for the Tigers.
I'll name 3 teams. You tell me who has the highest chance of being upset this weekend.
Okay.
Georgia, they play Mississippi State. Texas A&M, they play Missouri. Or Oregon, they play Iowa. All on the road.
Georgia.
It's between Georgia and Oregon for me. I think A&M wins pretty handily. I'll go Georgia too. I feel like this Iowa team is just right when people start trying to latch on and say, oh, look at Iowa. Hold on a second. They'll lose by 20.
A little late to the party.
Yeah, I'll say Georgia. I think A&M Missouri. I think A&M rolls. They're the better team. Shout out us for being on that.
Yeah,
no, undefeated.
I think Mizzou has some weird backdoor cover that all the social accounts tweet about. It's like a 13-point game, and then they get just some garbage touchdown, and A&M's more than capable of giving up garbage touchdowns. That's for sure. We saw that against Arkansas.
They are
42 of those.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. All right. Let's just not even waste our time with that game anymore. Anything this week that catches your eye, Dylan?
My number one best bet, very close to a 5-star. Why is Clemson favored against Florida State?
Wow, how the might have fallen.
Well, Florida State, I mean, we come on. We kind of know what Florida State is.
Statistically, though, still a pretty good team.
Is that
I see favorable matchups in the passing game. Clemson can't run the ball. Like, really? We're going to favor Clemson here?
Yeah, I think we are.
Let them play. This game should not. This game, I'm glad with the YouTube TV ban that people can't watch this game because you shouldn't.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Wow, Karter not sticking up for the little guy again, huh? He loves big corporate greed.
Connor, would you ever?
That's Clemson's MO. They're suing the ACC.
Connor, would you ever celebrate people not being able to watch football?
I think.
Yes, you would. He would. Yeah.
I would not. I think TV should be affordable. I think affordable TV, affordable housing. Karter,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. I don't care.
I was number one with that. Dylan, meanwhile, just all of a sudden is implying weird things about affordable housing. I don't know. It's
try that in a small town. Try that in a small town, Karter. See what happens.
Yeah. Try that in a small town, Dylan.
No, I'm not gonna finish it. I think Florida State wins this game. I was surprised to see him as an underdog. I think there's a lot of matchups that go in their favor. I understand, but teams lose to teams that are worse than them all the time. That's again why the matchups matter less than what we want to admit. We all know Stanford's not a better team than Florida State. It happens. It's football, right?
You know what
we use that as a data point to downgrade Florida State, but
you know what I need to happen this weekend?
What?
Outside of BYU winning, obviously. I need LSU to beat Alabama.
Wow.
And spoiler, that's my dog pick this week.
Oh my!
Really?
Yes.
How now? Paint me a picture outside of the obvious dumb. Oh, they score more points than Alabama. How does that happen? Paint me the picture.
2 words. Chris Paul, Steve Nash, must see TV. No, 2 words. Interim coach.
Okay, so that results in an upgrade.
Are you kidding me?
You have to
how long you been watching football? Everyone knows the interim coach game.
You can't quantify that though, and that's where Dylan has a problem. You can't quantify the interim coach game, Karter. Yeah, can't put a value on that. No p-value there.
It's called we're winning outright. Alabama's flirting with losing these games, guys, and you know it.
No, stop. Oh.
What are you so the wins don't matter now.
No.
We're adding context to the wins.
No. You're misconstruing this because Alabama is deserving of where they are. They should be the 4th team in the country, but they have been flirting with losing recently. They should have lost that South Carolina game. That Mizzou game, Georgia just Kirby Smart sees goat. He's like Sam Darnold in the playoffs when he has to play Alabama. I mean, he cannot figure them out for the life of him. LSU, I mean, this would be the funniest scenario because
in Tuscaloosa,
the 2 losses for the Crimson Tide would be kind of catastrophic and very fitting for the Kalen DeBoer era.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What if they finish 10-2, losses to a 500 Florida State team, and then LSU, who is also going to be like 500?
That Georgia game would be doing a lot of legwork.
As much as we were all over Alabama this year, I kind of want to see it happen just to see what the community does.
Connor, what are we doing here?
I just want to see how they would react to that. I think that'd be hilarious.
Yes. I want pure chaos with this.
We don't need chaos every year, guys. We can have one year where everything's laid out in front of us. Nice, easy playing. We don't have to worry about things around the holiday season. Why don't we just have a nice normal year? How about that? Nice normal end to the season.
How about I paint a scenario real quick? Michigan closes out the year. They win the game on Saturday, 10-2. Alabama loses Saturday. They finish 10-2. Michigan's in the playoff over Alabama.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that win would do a lot of heavy lifting, but losses to Oklahoma, the Oklahoma loss is fine.
Good loss.
Right now.
If there is such a thing. Good loss.
And then what's the other one? USC at USC.
Who is?
Yeah.
In the top
and then
20.
Maybe it is Michigan. Maybe it is Michigan. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think Michigan gets in over them.
But here's the problem with that. I'm gonna be unbiased here. I'm gonna stick to my train of thought. I probably would rather see Alabama in there. Like, I think Alabama is better.
But does that matter? The resume should not be
It
as
really
good.
should. The resume, no, but it's the same conversation we had last year with Alabama and who was it? SMU?
Oh, yeah.
Alabama's better. Yeah, let's go watch SMU get curb stomped by Penn State. Awesome. Let's go watch Michigan get curb stomped by...
They earned the right to get curb stomped, though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
This is the only sport. This is the only sport that it's just, yeah, we think you're better, so you get in. Like, the NCAA tournament kind of has this, but then they just have it illegally done because they hire out the acting AD for a ball.
Yeah, okay. See, I knew as soon as he said NCAA tournament, I knew it was coming. I just immediately the alarm bell started going off.
Blatantly rigged. Ask anybody. I mean, it was the most obvious rigging we've ever seen.
I should have put the house on them to make the tournament that year. That was a mistake by me.
We should have. We knew it was. They were like plus 250 the day of.
Yeah, I know.
Idiots by it.
Idiots.
All right. Let's. Anything else before we dive into parlays and get out of here for the college football part?
Not a ton of great games this weekend, college football wise.
You brought up an interesting point, Carter, that I want to bring up on the show. Duke's game this week, pointless because they can't get an at-large bid, but they're still in the game. They're still in the running for ACC championship. So their game against UConn, they could lose by a bajillion, and it just doesn't matter about their playoff hopes.
Duke could lose like some of these teams lose to the UConn women's team. It could be 150-0, and it does not matter with this Duke game. And all of a sudden, they have the exact same chances to go to the college football playoff. It would not matter at all. And I would still probably pick them to win the ACC, even if they lose this game. It does not matter.
Real quick ACC talking point. I keep seeing this on X. Virginia has one loss to an ACC opponent, but it's not an ACC loss. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
That is correct.
They scheduled. That was. I could be wrong on this one. I might need stats department or someone to correct me. I'm pretty sure that was Indiana's fault. I think Indiana bought out of the Virginia game.
Oh, brother.
And so Virginia needed.
Oh, the same way Ole Miss bought out of the Wake game?
No, that was Wake buying out of the Ole Miss game.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe.
100% it was because Lane Kiffin was pissed at them, and it was scared stuff by Wake. Yeah,
that's right.
I could be wrong. I could be a year late or a year early on that one, but because Indiana bought out a Virginia game, multiple Virginia games, and so
yeah,
scared.
Last thing, we didn't really touch on Oregon, Iowa. Is there anything anyone wants to say about that game? I don't think Iowa stands much of a chance. They can't pass the ball, 124th in pass offense. But there were some murmurs. Connor, you said it was between Georgia, Mississippi State, and Oregon, Iowa for your most likely upset.
Yeah, it was. And I sat and looked at this game for a few minutes, but I don't think Iowa has enough on offense. I really don't. And I know they've been putting up points recently, but I don't.
6.5.
Total's 40.
Wow.
Kind of like the over.
Yeah, kind of like the over there. 6.5 is a telling line as well. That kind of makes me feel better about Iowa. But either way, we don't have to spend a whole bunch of time on it.
I want to say this.
Last thing I have before parlays. Isn't it hilarious that the CBS spent all this money on these Big Ten games and they've gotten like one good one? It was Oregon, Indiana. Like these poor CBS guys, they were doing the biggest SEC games every week. Awesome. Tons of juice to it. The Big Ten, man, outside of like 2 or 3 teams, these games stink.
They kind of do. Dylan, you got to stick up for yourself, Dylan. Come on. Defend yourself.
There is no juice to these Big Ten games. None.
Yeah, I mean, the very top heavy conference with Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State. But, it is what it is. That's what
There's more juice to a Vandy versus South Carolina game than there is for Oregon, Iowa.
I would agree with that.
That might just be people not knowing ball, though. Are we really going to put juice in the hands of the non-ball knowers? Like Oregon, Iowa is a very good game.
Is it?
Sure.
I'm not setting my alarm for Oregon, Iowa. It's like, oh, wait, go inside, turn it on the main screen.
Yeah, like, are you canceling a wedding invite to watch Oregon, Iowa?
A wedding invite? Am I in the wedding? Because this weekend I am.
Tell me.
I'm not going to be canceling. Not going to be canceling that. But I might
miss it. Would you miss it on my phone? Pilots concert for Oregon, Iowa? Probably not.
No, I would not.
Would you miss a 21 Pilots concert for the national title game? Probably not.
Who's playing?
Michigan's playing in it.
No, that would have to be a more serious conversation.
Well, surely you wouldn't get
serious conversation. Whoa! You even said that's a conversation.
Well, that's different. That's different. What'd you say, Karter?
You said it's even a debate whether Michigan's playing in the national title game, whether you would cancel a 21 Pilots concert.
There's a lot of factors here. Are they playing at a big venue? Are they playing at a small venue? Do we have tickets to the limited access venue? Are they going on hiatus like they said they're going to be after this tour? There's a lot of things here. If Michigan's playing in the national championship and there's a 21 Pilots concert the same day, guess what? I got this, buddy. We live in the 21st century.
There's no way.
Oh no, that you lost any ounce of respect people had for you on that one right there. I'm warning you.
It's already at 0, Karter. I don't know what to tell you. Is it the negatives now? I've got Alexis's friends saying I'm dumb because of all my anti-Ohio State stuff. Does my respect get any lower than that?
I did get approached, and not even a hey, hello, how are you? It's hey, I saw your clips. Dylan's takes suck. That was verbatim what I was told.
They don't boo nobodies.
What? I think I would postpone my own wedding if BYU was playing in the national title game.
I don't think I could do that because Alexis would kill me. But there isn't many things I would.
Killed, but it's happening.
Well, that's a thing that you have to sit down and lock in on, probably by yourself in a dark room, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, that would.
I mean, when it happened, I didn't watch it. I watched it with Abby, and that was it. I said I don't want to watch it with anybody else. But I don't know. We've had this. We were favorites the whole way through. Like, why? That's not even close to as fun as being like 6th or 7th favorite. You just like the numbers
more than the game.
No, it means it means winning as an underdog and winning as a favorite is completely different. Come on, I mean,
not even for a national title.
Yeah,
who cares?
Title. That's the only reason you play this sport.
That's not true. Maybe for you guys.
That's the end goal.
Maybe for
that
you
is
guys.
the end goal.
That is everything. That's why you. That's it.
You know my stance. Maybe for you guys, that's everything. But
I don't like. Why are you even a football?
But this is Karter. This is the guy that gets a national title, not us.
I know that's the pathetic thing. That's the worst part about it.
That hurts.
Hey,
anyhow, all right.
Get your numbers up. Get better.
We're 8-0. What do you want? What do you want more out of us?
Not return punts that bounce off your opponent's foot.
Luck rankings on BYU. Top.
Maybe show a positive net success rating.
Oh, that stinks. BYU. So if the punt hits the players, shouldn't you blame Iowa State for that more than BYU?
It's not blaming BYU. It's saying, okay, that went in your favor, and you did nothing for that. You don't deserve.
Yeah, we did. We pushed them into them. That's a play they run.
Yeah. Maybe how about we work on stopping the halfback dive next then?
And it's these jet sweeps that are a problem. Once they get on the outside, it's
outside
the edge. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Brother. Anyhow, parlay picks, and then we'll move on to the NFL. Connor, straight parlay pick, regular.
I think this weekend in the ACC is going to be a little weird, so everybody just tread lightly with some of these matchups. My parlay pick is going to be California plus 20.5 at Louisville. I think that's too many points. I think 20.5 is way too many points for a Cal team that has definitely had their struggles, but does have some talent. So 20.5. Too many for me.
We're getting gross. We're getting gritty. Stanford, Carolina, over 41.5.
Jeez.
Whew.
Yeah.
That is.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I don't think a Carolina over is hit in probably since TCU.
Yeah, I'm looking at Clemson.
I don't
48.
actually.
Clemson hit barely. Clemson hit by a half point.
Clemson hit by a half point, so
Because I bet it. I remember that.
Yep, hit by a half point, 47.5. Give me that. Give me it. Stanford, Carolina over. I think both these coaches might fall asleep during the game. You're going to pan to them on the sidelines. They're going to be in a rocking chair snoring with Frank Reich and Bill Belichick.
We're going to have a nap time between the third and fourth quarter. A little power nap.
Yep.
That's funny.
Turn off all the lights in elementary school. Get your mat out, your little padded mat. Everybody go to sleep for an hour.
All right, Dylan, run the ball here. What's your pick?
That's what you want, because last week I gave you 3 options. They all hit, and I have the same. I have halfback dive. No, I have the one I actually believe in. I have Dylan halfback dive. I have anti-Dylan to the max.
Anti-Dylan to the max is BYU plus 10.5.
No, absolutely. I'm not actually betting that. I'm not actually betting that. Anti-Dylan to the max is Duke UConn over 65.5.
Oh my God.
No, I think we stay away from that one.
I think so too.
I think that could sneaky be a Manny Diaz get right game for this defense.
My heart pick is Florida State plus 2.5. And then the Dylan halfback dive pick is Jacksonville State UTEP under 49.5.
Nope, go Florida
That's
State.
for our length.
Stay in the I think we should stay in the ACC.
The Jacksonville UTEP game, I like the under. I like that a lot. That fits this perfectly.
All right.
Jacksonville State UTEP under 49.5.
Yes, run the ball
All right.
here. Run the ball. We're all doing normal picks here. Connor, ACC dog. I'm hitting an ACC over. Dylan with a group of 5 under.
Love it. You almost said mid-major and college basketball.
I almost said
you.
mid-major. I've been dealing with these mid-majors a little too much recently, so.
And that's where all this attitude's coming from, this sentiment towards the little guy. No wonder.
I like High Point, but High Point isn't even the little guy, so. Dog pick. I'll go first. I already spoiled it. LSU. Money on.
I'll go next.
Done?
Give me Temple money line against Army. Temple passed the ball pretty well, 15th in pass offense, and Army's not getting paid. So, government shutdown joke.
That's good. I like
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
7.5, okay.
I'll round it out here. I'm going to go Mississippi State money line.
Yeah. Yes, this Georgia team, they're falling soon.
Yeah.
That's also in the camp of the LSU win. The Mississippi State beating Georgia would also be top tier stuff because Georgia could very easily slip up again to Georgia Tech or whoever else at the end of the
I'm going to keep banging the drum for this Mississippi State team. They played Tennessee well and lost. They played Florida well and lost. They played Texas pretty well and lost all 3. They lost all 3 of those games. Like, this team is not bad, and I don't think Georgia's looked very convincing. We've talked about it. They've been flirting with losing the last few weeks, and especially against Florida last week. I'm going to go into Mississippi State here. I think they finally win one of these big-time ranked opponent matchups.
Georgia, you got Mississippi State, Texas, Charlotte, Georgia Tech close the year. I mean, it's not a gimme. It's not a gimme.
No, it's not. Not at all.
This is a sneaky look-ahead spot. You got Texas prime time at night next week.
Yeah.
ABC kickoff at home. I don't know, Jim. Top 10 matchup most likely. I don't know. I like Mississippi State in this one.
There we go.
Also, this Mississippi State team should be like a 7-8 win team this year. They just cannot close a game to save their life.
Would they win the ACC?
That's a great question, Connor. Rephrase that for the clip.
Okay. Hold on. All right, be honest here, guys. Would Mississippi State win the ACC this year?
No.
Okay.
But
defense,
they would finish top 3.
You had to think about it, though.
We might be talking about a Duke Mississippi State ACC title game. Them Georgia Tech, like they would be right there in the mix. They'd be near the top. I know everyone hates SEC hypotheticals if they move to another conference and everything. I get it. I'm with you there. But it is the ACC, and look how bad they've looked this year.
The playoff committee wants to keep him out. Ban the
What did you
ACC
say?
from putting up signs.
Would Mississippi State win the ACC?
No, I think they finished top 3.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they would win it.
I think so too. I think
they're a top 3 team, no doubt.
All right. I love it. Anything else before we go on the college?
Any shot Wake Forest beats Virginia this weekend?
Very much so.
I wouldn't rule it out.
I flirted with that as my dog pick. I didn't do it, but I wrote it down.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna wish you took Wake Forest. This Wake Forest team, you gotta give this team a little credit. I mean, they're sitting there like they could F around and be a 7-win team this year.
Yeah, they're not bad. Not bad at all. Don't hit the over in that game.
I mean, really, they could be an 8-win team. I mean, they win this game. They got Carolina and then Delaware. You know what's hilarious? I had planned on for a bit. I was like, okay, maybe I'll go to if Carolina was good this year. I was like, Carolina, Wake, and Winston-Salem. That's gonna be a fun game to go to. They're handing out tickets at, I know all the food shelters are getting overrun right now. They're handing out tickets to the Wake Forest UNC game right now. They just can't give them out enough.
Free concessions.
This is the game. This is the game that's like, oh, we can't afford to go to a college football game. Like, nobody really wants to go. If you want to take your kid to your first game, go to this game because it's going to be $5. You want to take your kid to their first college football game, go ahead and go to Winston-Salem.
I also want to be in town. So it's fine. A lot of travel coming up for the holidays. So.
Surely, but not for college basketball.
Yeah, no basketball games, right? No BYU grads in the.
I'm traveling like 3 times in the next.
You
so worldwide,
travel more than anybody I know. Is Field of 68 paying the buku bucks? Are you making 6 figures over there, Karter?
Surely you've got first class.
First class? I wish I had first
class.
I was in Rock Hill, South Carolina this week. I drove down.
Okay.
You know, my hotel.
Those dang mid-majors.
So inside KarterKast or whatever. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, we can whatever. Yeah. Anyhow, inside KarterKast. So went down Field of 60 opening day marathon, all that. So we didn't book our own hotels. The other people in whatever South Carolina, they hosted us. They booked all the hotels and everything. I get my notice. I check. It says Fort Mill, South Carolina. I'm like, that's not Rock Hill. I'm supposed to be in Rock Hill. Stayed right across the street from Carowinds the whole time.
Are they still open? Do they stay open later down there?
On the weekends, I guess it was popping Saturday night. I got down Saturday night. I was watching Oklahoma, Tennessee halftime. I was like, all right, let's go get some food. Getting out, there's just traffic because of the freaking park right there. I was losing my mind.
Well, now what stopped you from just meandering on over there and getting a little ride on Fury 325? I mean,
I would have, but I had football to watch and baseball. That game 7 was unbelievable.
World Series was good. It's bad day to not be a baseball fan.
Yeah. Anyhow. All right. That's college football for you. Download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required. At Connor_Sparrow. At CarterBA. At KarterKast on everything. If you're listening on audio, we're going to switch over to the NFL. If you're watching on YouTube, this is it. Tune into the NFL show. It'll be popping up on your screen right here. We'll see y'all.